Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon and our 13 games of Halloween. Today we're going to be playing a little Zombicide Green Horde, technically. And instead of playing just one of the core scenarios from the core box, I wanted to check out, this is the first time I've actually ever delved into the free print and play options from CMON Games, and they continue to support this iteration of Zombicide with their scenarios. They release free scenarios for their games every Friday, and sometimes it's Zombicide Black Plague or Green Horde, sometimes it's something else, but it's really nice that they continue to support this game because it is my favorite version of Zombicide. One of those reasons being the app that for me, playing solo, allows me to control 6 characters without having to have 6 hero boards, an equipment deck, a zombie deck, a vault deck. All the small decks are in the app. All of the player boards essentially are built into the app. So I'll be bringing that up on the screen here in just a second, and you can follow along with the action quite nicely. So the scenario that we're going to try today is called the Orcs Trap. This one caught my attention, A, because it didn't seem too long, and B, it utilizes a mechanic that I just have not seen before in any of the core games, and essentially it's like the moving wall, the walls are closing in on you type of scenario, that these 3 barriers, which you can't see at the moment but are off the screen over here on this side, every turn they will move a little bit closer to us and push us in, and we're basically trying to get from here, which is where we are, to way down here. It's a very long scenario. It just barely fits on my table here, but we're gonna have to make our way down here and to the exit. Now you might be thinking, well, that should be pretty straightforward. Well, there's a few caveats. One is that there can't be any zombies in our zone when we are all standing here at the exit. So we're going to have to get down there and then clear out this area, which zombies are going to continue to spawn here and just slowly march up and get in our way, creating quite a log jam. Another thing is that there is only one building that we can access in this scenario, and that's this building right here in the middle. Now there is a red objective token there, which is going to allow us to kind of push back the barrier from moving for 1 round and give everybody on the team 5 experience points, which will help us gain experience rather quickly, because this scenario is going to have to go quickly. There is a timer essentially. But the other thing is with only 2 rooms to search on the entire board, the amount of searching we can do is very limited, because we're only going to be able to hang out in this building, say 1, 2, 3, 4. By the 5th round, we really need to start, we need to be out of this building. So there's only so much searching we could do. It's a very real possibility that we may not come across Dragon Bile and a torch. So we're really just going to have to hold down this defensive position until we feel like we're well equipped enough to then venture down the rest of the path here. And this easily could be one of those scenarios that if an abomination comes out, we may just be screwed. So with that being said, I have brought in the Paul Bonner special guest pack. So all of our characters here, you'll see them on the screen here in a second, are from the Paul Bonner special guest pack, except for Rolf and Seeley, who are from the Zombicide base game set. But people have said that Clom here, the big guy in the back, is one of the most powerful survivors in the Black Plague Zombicide universe. He has a skill which essentially allows him to roll a dice for each actor that includes survivor or zombie in his zone. So if he is surrounded, if he is in a zone of, he essentially has a chance to take out every zombie in his zone every single time. He's never just going to plink away at a big horde full of zombies. So hopefully he'll help us get to the end. But again, if we can't figure out a way to take out an abomination, then we might just be screwed. So let's just real quick, before we bring the app up on screen here so I can point to things and you guys can see what I'm doing. What I love about this app is that it literally, other than the board with the few tokens you need to place on the map tiles, and your miniatures. You don't need anything else. I guess you need noise tokens and the dice. You don't even really need dice. You could technically roll the dice in the app. I like rolling the actual dice, but you can see here you're tracking your experience, you're tracking your hit points up here. You can jump around from player list to player list. You can track your actions down here at the bottom. And then anytime you need to either draw a search card, you can draw it from here, or if you need to do the zombie activation, we're going to draw it from there. You're going to see all this in action, but it really makes this app just makes playing solo so smooth, which for right now, Zombicide Green Horde and Black Plague are a never get rid of game for me because of the ease of play and getting it out here. So this is not going to be a rules video for Zombicide Black Plague. It's simply going to be a quick playthrough showing off this scenario. I'll kind of describe how things happen as we go along. But all right, let's go ahead and get started. I added the players in here alphabetically just because that was easier, but I want to start with Mazar here because he has Telekinetic Blast. You can see on his equipment card that there's a little door symbol without a die next to it, which means I don't need to roll a die. I can just open the door with his Telekinetic Blast. It is going to make some noise, but that's fine. I don't plan on anybody still being in this space at the end of the turn. And this allows me to open a door within line of sight, either in my space or in an adjacent space. So we are just going to go ahead and boom this door open and get things started. Now, there was no zombies starting on the map, which is nice, but as soon as we open up this room, we're going to have to spawn both of these rooms here. So we're going to go to the zombie deck, and we will draw the first one, and we get, okay, one orc fatty right off the bat. All right, awesome. Now, normally in Green Horde, part of the shtick of the game is that almost every activation card adds zombies to the horde as well. And normally in the game you have to have an area set off to the side that you set them in. But what's, again, really nice about the app, I'm really toting the app here, is that you can see now to the right hand side here is kind of a horde designation where it's tracking what all is going to make it into the horde. And so I don't need to set those out right now. When I get the enter the horde card, I'll just pull out X number of zombies of each type and throw them on the board. All right, and so for our other room, we just have an Orc Walker. Okay, very nice. So the fatty is a little frustrating, but not too bad. I have two characters who can handle the fatty, but that means that Mazar is kind of stuck not doing anything else. So, and he also has a really nice starting ability, which basically gives him a free spell action, which I just used. So I'm going to tick that box off, and then he's just going to move twice. Boom, boom. He's going to go from here to here and really be done. He cannot attack the fatty. I don't want him to run in there because Genevieve, you're going to see here, go next, has a ranged weapon, and I don't want to have to deal with friendly fire. So he's just, I should have pressed activate, technically, to activate him. But now we're going to end his turn, come back to Genevieve. Again, the app just takes you through whatever order you added them in, but you don't have to play in that order. It's a cooperative game. I can have whoever I want to go first. So, we are going to have Genevieve go, and she's got to at least get to right here. So she's going to take one action to move, and then she's going to fire at the fatty. Now, normally with a spiked bow, we wouldn't be able to take out the fatty because we need at least 2 damage to take out a fatty, but she gets +1 damage with a ranged weapon. And of course, we gave her the spiked bow as the starting equipment. Now, if you're looking at the equipment card there, you see there's a little bell symbol, and then you see actually 2 rows of numbers. The top row is for melee, so I could actually use this spiked bow in a melee fight. And so if I am in the same space as someone, I don't have to fire off my bow and risk friendly fire, basically. But what you're seeing there, that first box on the left is the range. So either 0, which is in your same space, or 0 to 1 is an adjacent space. And this is always within line of sight. And then it's telling me I get to roll 1 die for either attack style. So I just roll 1 dice. If I hit on a 4 or better, I will successfully hit, and if I do 1 damage. Now we are going to do a ranged action, which means that 1 damage is going to become 2 damage for the fatty. So here's my 1 die. This is a 6. This is a 1. All the rest of the numbers are self-explanatory. And we missed. And we're going to go again. And we hit. So we have taken out fatty. With our 2 actions, she gets an experience point for doing so. And now we are ready to go. All right, but she used up. She's done with her turn. So Clom here. 1, 2, 3. All right. I could jump into there and move to. Okay, so I want to try and take out this other zombie here. We're going to bring up Sealy, who's going to activate. Now she has the jump mechanic, and jumping means she can basically jump over a space into a space that she has line of sight on. Now she can see through these spaces, and she can see into this one building space. She cannot see into here. You can only ever see one room at a time through a building. So if you're in a building, you can see here, but that's it. Or you can see out in the street, and then you can see infinitely in any direction until your sight is blocked along the street. So she can jump, which is her special ability, starting ability. She can jump, clear this space, and land in this space because she has line of sight on it. So that was her first action. Then she'll take her second action to move into the room with the zombie. And now she's going to use her short sword here, which you can see has 0 range. So she's got to use it in the same space as the zombie. That makes sense. You can also see she could open a door with her short sword, but she's going to have to roll a die and hit on a 4+, and it's going to make noise. So, all right. So we're going to take 1 shot at this guy, and she was successful. So that's good. All right. So boom. She gets a point. All right, and that was her third action. So we're going to end her turn. And now the rest of these guys can simply run in and start searching. So we'll go ahead and have Clown go 1, 2, boom, boom. And then he's going to use his last action to search. Ooh. He's got a great axe, and that is going to go right here in his body slot. Come on. Are you telling me I can't put the great axe in his body slot? I don't know about that. See, it locks in right there. So that's just got to be a regular axe. Well, that's just stupid. All right. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I did want to dual wield with him later on. So I may actually give this great axe to somebody else. All right. Either way, that's his third action. Pretty simple turn for him. There's nobody to kill right now. Lord Bazak is going to do the same thing. He's going to run in here. Boom, boom. Is he going to search? Or is he going to trade with Clom? I think we should go ahead and trade. So how you do this in the app is you bring out the player list order here, and you got to drag the card and kind of hover over. It's tough because you can't see it anymore, but I am going to, since I can't put it in the slot, I really want to dual wield with Clom. Because of his barbarian effect, I can roll double the amount of dice per people in my space. Even though I like the idea of Clom having that nice big axe. But it hits on a 5+ instead of a 4+, so that's actually better that he has the short swords. Okay. All right, so we're done there. That's our third action. We'll end his turn, and Rolf will also do the same thing. 1, 2, boom, boom. And he is, boom, boom, he's going to search. And he's got the Dwarven Hammer, which really I feel like should be in the hands of the dwarf. But that's fine. All right, and so Rolf now has 2 level 2 weapons here. Okay, so all right, we need to do some trading, but we may not be given. All right, so it's the zombie's turn. First of all, we would activate any zombies on the board, but there are none. I got rid of them all, so I can get rid of this noise token. And now we need to activate. So we're going to go, I'm always going to start here at 1, this one at 2, and then the one way down the board at 3. We can come down here. Ooh, 1 orc fatty. Uh-oh. So I put, what's his toes here so he could fire at anybody who, but I guess Genevieve can come down and rescue his ass. All right. So 1 orc fatty there, then moving on. Enter the horde. All right, right off the bat, we are, but that's sometimes a good thing because the horde's not that big yet. Unfortunately, it's 2 fatties big. So 1, 2 fatties, 1 walker, and that's it. To my knowledge, this is 1 space. There is the definition between the water here but this is a bank, you know, with the foamy white stuff. So it's the bank, and then there's no clear line right here, which is where it should be. Whereas, and I think this is 1 space. Whereas here you can see there's clearly a line, clearly a line. So I play that this is 1 big space, just like this room is 1 big space. So that's how we're going to play it. All right. And interestingly enough, Enter the Horde ends the spawning phase. So we don't actually spawn anything way down there. So we got lucky there. All right. So they're saying it's Genevieve's turn. I actually want Genevieve to go ahead and go first because she's going to take out this fatty. So she's got to take 1 action here to move. And then again, we're going to go take 2 attempts at taking this guy out. And we were successful. So this fatty is gone. She gets another point. And now she... what does she want to do? I don't really want to be here. It's never wise to just end your turn in a spawn location. So I'm actually just gonna, she's just gonna be done. All right, Clom here. Oh, what's Clom gonna do? He's gonna start by searching. Okay, Dragon Bile, that's good. We're halfway to being able to take out an abomination. You can only search once, though. And honestly, I don't quite want to open that door yet. I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I could open the door and then run back out this way and come through here. Although I've got a fair amount of people who can handle a couple fatties. So it's really not that concerning. And this is all water. It's going to take me a while to slog through all this stuff here. So maybe I'm gonna retroactively move Genevieve back, and we're gonna pass through this building here. All right, so Clom. Let's just go ahead and have him move in here, and then he's gonna pick up this objective token. That's going to push back our barriers 1 space, so they're basically back at their starting position. And yeah. That was it, but everybody now gets 5 points. So I need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just need to go through everybody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are now in the yellow. Her thing is +1 action. Yes, we want to learn that action. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mazak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rolf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be nice if there was a way to say, give everybody 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, so we're back to Clom and his turn. All right, Lord Bazak can open a door with his great axe without having to roll dice. So he is now our door opener. Watch out, Clom. He's going to come over here. 1 action move, 2 action open the door. He made some noise in doing so, which is fine. He busts this open. No zombie activation, obviously, because we're opening into the street. And he will search for his 3rd action. Ooh. Oh, but you cannot dual wield the great axe. So I'm just gonna park this in his backpack now. What you need, if you look here at Clom, his short swords has the double crossed swords. That is the dual wield symbol. So Lord Bazak got a nice weapon, but he can't dual wield it. So all right, Mazar's turn. He can move 1, 2, and then he could take a shot. Or should he search? He's gonna go 1. No, he needs to move up here. 1, 2. Yeah, so he's a room behind. 1, 2. He could move and then take a shot at. No. Well, yeah, let's do it. He's going to take his third action here. Back up, Lord Bazak. He's going to come here, and now he'll use his telekinetic blast to try and hit the walker, who he does have priority on. And he missed, so it doesn't matter. All right, end his turn. All right, so Rolf has a decision to make here. He could. Bloodlust allows him to move 2 spaces. He moves up to 2 zones, to a zone containing at least 1 zombie. And then he gains a free melee action. So yeah, let's do it. Let's just take some risks here. Now, it doesn't say line of sight, so I believe I can just go charging 1, 2, and end up here in the puddle with all of them. And I get a free melee action, so I'm definitely going to use this Dwarven Hammer I've now acquired. So this is all 1 action. And I got 1 hit and 1 miss. Well, it's a 2 attack one, so since it's melee, I get to choose who I'm swinging at. I'm going to take out that 1 fatty. Ooh, I would love to get another action here. Alright, so I'm going to take a second swing with my Dwarven Hammer. And we were successful twice, so I can take out both these guys. Boom, boom. There we go. Boom, boom. I get to learn that. Yes. That was only my second action. And so I am now in this space. And so I guess I'm just going to 1, 2, no. 1, and then you guys can't see it anymore, but I'm now in some water. And so I would need 2 actions to move from water to water. And so I'm just stuck there. But he's going to charge ahead and start taking out these zombies at this next spawn point here. So, all right, we're going to end his turn. And Sealy really has nothing to do. So she's going to search. Plenty of bolts. Okay, so we definitely need to trade this with Genevieve. So yeah, I think we'll do that. So she searched, and then she's just gonna go 1, 2 to be right there next to Genevieve. Okay, zombies' turn. All right, we've gotten rid of all the zombies on the board, so nothing to activate. We can get rid of this noise token because it's just where the most amount of survivors are anyways. And we need to spawn some hordes. So we have Enter the Horde. Okay, well, super lucky on our part. There is nobody in the horde because we literally entered the horde last time, and you know, I mean, this is digital. These cards were digitally shuffled, so nothing I can really do at that point. But again, that ends the activation, but there's no horde card. All zombie miniatures contained in the horde spawn in zone. Don't spawn more zombies in this building. The spawn step ends here. But there's no zombies in the horde, so I think I just got super lucky. I mean, this may be the quickest Zombicide scenario I've ever played, because we're back to Genevieve's turn here, and we are, going to do a trade action with Sealy, who I have to drag something over there, but I'll just put this back and say Sealy is just going to give plenty of bolts. This will allow me to reroll ranged attacks once with the bolts keyword. Oh, okay, so she can't use that with her spiked bow, but that's fine. We're trying to get her a crossbow anyway, so. All right, so that was one action. Her second action will be to move into here. She's gonna search. There we go. Are you gonna let me put this here? No, why not? All right, but that's fine. I got my crossbow. Okay, so she moved, she searched, and she will just move again. End turn. Clom. I guess we're just going to go ahead and have him search. Maybe he can... Orc Walker Ambush. Okay, that's fine. He wanted somebody to fight anyways. So he took one action. He found a zombie hiding in the woods here, but you guys get to see his Barbarian action now. Barbarian simply means he can replace the number of dice he would normally roll with the number of actors in his zone. And actors include zombies and survivors. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe it is... He uses by the number of actors standing in his zone, including other survivors, yes, and himself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can roll 5 dice now, and technically he's dual wielding, and according to FAQs, that means he can roll 10. Now, I'm pretty sure I've got this guy with 5, but if I need to, yes, actually I only got 1 hit out of that, but still, I had 5 more chances to get rid of this guy. So he's done. So you guys got to see Barbarian before this scenario ends super quickly. And then Clom will use his third action. I'm okay with him being right in the middle of the melee. So, all right, end turn. All right, Lord Bazak. I think if I put enough people in that zone, it will be okay. All right, so he's going to search. He's got a shield. Okay, we'll give him the shield. It's not the Norse shield, which is what Rolf wants. I'm pretty sure. But either way, that was one action. And then he'll take a second action. He's just going to stand in here with Rolf, right? Well, let me see what Rolf wants. He wants the Norse shield, yeah. All right, so we're going to stand right here just to take out anything that may appear in this zone. Right? I should, no. Got enough people, so he's got the ability to get up here with Rolf. We don't want Rolf to get too far ahead. So he's done Mazak, or Mazar. He's going to search. He's got a hand crossbow. Okay, fine. Action. No, that was just one action. So then he's going to go 1, 2 as well. Boom, boom. I mean, we might as well just start heading for the door. And Rolf here will... Yeah, he's got to spend 1, 2 to get right to there. And just 1 to get right here. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and... It's hard to keep everybody in the frame here, but Rolf is just going to wander just off camera. He's standing in the exit zone now, which is adjacent to the spawn zone. So he's not in the same space as the spawn zone, but he's right there to do bloodlust or whatever it is rather quickly. All right. So Sealy is just going to run and catch up. She's going to go 1, 2... And she's going to do a search. Death Gale. Okay. So we need to do some switching with Mazar, who's way up there, but her turn's done. Okay, Zombie's turn. Kind of lackluster. We want some more action here. So no more Enter the Horde cards, please. Ooh, and we have the Orc Necromancer. All right. So he's going to come out. He's going to come with his own spawn point here. If I can, I thought I had set one out, but I think I accidentally put one out on, I put it out on the board. I did. All right, so I'm going to put you over here, and I'm going to put you. So here's the Orc Necromancer hiding way over here, just off camera. But his spawn point is actually now, next turn is going to be taken out by the barriers, which I just moved. They are literally in the zone right next to the Orc Necromancer. All right, so he adds things to the Horde, one of each, and then we have to spawn for his spawn point, and that's Enter the Horde. Okay. So this is very interesting because, so I'm going to put one of each type over here with him. He brings his little army with him. And that, again, Enter the Horde ends the activation. I promise you, there's no way I seeded it. I can't seed the app deck. I've never seen this many Enter the Horde cards come out this early. But with this scenario, those guys are all going to be taken out at the start of the next turn because the barriers, which are right here, are going to pass over here. Let me just slide my big long board here. You can see they're right there. And the instructions clearly state deadly spikes at the beginning of each zombie phase. All barriers move simultaneously one zone. And this is at the beginning. So these guys don't get to activate. Technically, if this happens at the beginning, they activate during the zombie phase. And any actor, object, or spawn zone in the zone is destroyed. No XP is gained, but all of this is just going to get taken out. This door is going to get taken out. Everything from here to here is just gone. And so these guys won't even get to move before their trap takes them out. So, I mean, and again, we have nothing down here to the left to worry about. These guys are basically just making a run for it. So, yeah, let's just keep going here just in case, because an abomination could still... Orc Walker. All right, fine. Orc Walker here. And we're going to use our spiked bow melee weapon. Right? Yeah. Yep. And there we got it. So we took him out. Boom. She gets to do that. All right. So that was 2 actions. And then she will go 1, 2, and end over here in the water. So her turn is done. All right. Clom. Clom has really nothing to do. We're not going to go backwards at this point. So he's going to go 1, and then 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. End turn. Lord Bazak has to spend 1, 2, and then he can go 1 there. Boom, boom, boom. Mazar can also go 1, 2, and then he and Bazak are hanging out. End turn. Rolf is literally just sitting here with nothing to kill. End turn. And Seely here, she can go... Now, she can... I believe I am playing this correctly. She has line of sight out this door and then... Whoops. Sorry, Clom. She has line of sight out this door and all the way down this alleyway here. So she has line of sight to this, and I'm still playing this as one space. So I believe she can leap to here with her jump action. That was 1 action, and now she spends 1, 2. So Genevieve's bringing up the rear, but we're very close. So Zombie's turn. And again, we just talked about this, and I'm pretty sure I'm playing this correctly. These barriers now go and take all this out. So all of this is now destroyed. We don't gain any XP for it. We're not going to be able to remove a zone, but at the same token, the Necromancer is no longer on the board. That Horde card, you know, but I mean, really. So, all right, that's that's all done. We now have 0 zombies to activate, right? And so we're just going to spawn these 2 cards here. 1 Orc Fatty trying to chase us down. Okay. And enter the Horde, which is just going to be 1 Orc Fatty at this point. Again, why are there so many Horde cards in this deck? I have never seen this many. I honestly think that's the 4th Horde card, at least 3, that I've seen come out in what, 5-6 rounds. So, oh well, just our lucky day, I guess. All right, Genevieve is going to turn around and she can take a shot at this thing with her repeating crossbow. She gets to roll 3 dice. She's got to hit on a 5+, but she can remember she can re-roll all ranged attacks once. So we only need 1 hit here. And we missed. So we're going to re-roll all of these. And we missed again. Okay, so we've used our plenty of bolts. And we've used 1 action. So we're just going to keep going here. Nope, we missed again. Okay, so there's our 5+ we needed. Woo! To take out the fatty. And yeah. So that was her 3rd action, and now she's stuck. She needs 2 actions to move through this water, so she's done. Clom now is, I mean, he wants to play, so he's going to go 1-2, and he's going to attack this thing with his, it's just him, so he can roll 4 dice, technically, because of his barbarian and dual wielding short swords, and boom, we got it. So we took out this fatty. He gets an extra action, which he will then use to move into the exit space. All right, and literally everyone else is just simply going to go move into the exit space, move into the exit space, shift over, Clom. Boom, boom, boom. And let's see here. Rolf literally has nothing to do. And Sealy, do we want to leave Genevieve behind? Sealy can easily get someplace the fastest. So Sealy's going to stick around and make sure that Genevieve, nothing happens to her. So, all right, again, we have no zombies to activate. I'm going to push our barriers down 1 more, but we are way away from them. They're not even threatening us. And so let's get zombies here. An extra activation card, but there are literally no walkers on the board to activate. And then right here we have the Orc Necromancer, who, I mean, this will make things a little interesting, but not that much. 4 Orc Walkers come with him. So it's going to give us a little bit to play with here, but I'm not even that concerned about it. All right, so 4 Orc Walkers, and that is it. We are done. So Genevieve just needs to catch up with the rest. She's going to spend 1, 2, and then 3 actions. Boom, boom, boom. And she will go ahead and take a shot with her repeating crossbow here. She's got to take out the walkers first. And she hits on 1. If I re-roll those, I have to accept the thing, so we're just going to take 1 from her and be done. All right, so her turn is over. Clom now, he's going to have some fun. So he's going to jump in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I'm going to be able to roll these twice. 4 plus, so that's 1, 2, 3. I've now rolled 7. Boom. I took everybody out. So boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you only get 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. You only get 1 experience point for Orc Necromancer. But at this point, I get to destroy 1 spawn point. So we'll just destroy that one there, because that strategically would not make sense not to. And so Clom used his action. He attacked, and he's going to use another action to just back up to the exit space. All right, end turn. Lord Bazak literally has nothing to do. Mazar has nothing to do. Rolf has nothing to do. And Sealy at this point can jump to here and then move. All right, so we're just waiting on Genevieve. Come on, Genevieve. Again, no zombies to activate here. Let's push this down, and I believe this takes out the door at this point. Not that, again, it matters, but we'll just remove this token because you can't get back into that room anyways. All right, and 3 Orc Walkers who, again, will be taken out. I guess technically we could put them up here and they would be safe. And then 2 fatties. Okay. But that's it. So we just got to take care of these fatties and get Genevieve to safety. So we are going to jump to Rolf, who's going to use his Bloodlust to travel into this space and use his Dwarven Hammer. 1, 2, 3, 2 dice. Yeah. 2 dice, 4 plus. Boom. Takes them both out. No, that was just 1 action. Dwarven Hammer, successful. Boom, boom. And then he backs up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, might easily be the easiest game of Zombicide. That was easier than like the introductory mission where you only play with like 4 survivors. That is it. We have all successfully made it to the exit space. Normally Enter the Horde cards are brutal in this game, but the fact that they came out so often and so early was actually a blessing in disguise for this scenario. It doesn't always happen. This was by far the easiest scenario of Zombicide I've ever played. So, but that's fine. It's just the way it goes sometimes. I'm not like super impressed with this standoff scenario. It was okay, but I never at any point did I feel threatened by the moving barriers. They really just helped me out more than anything. So there you go. That was Zombicide Green Horde. That was one of the free print and play scenarios that CMON has, and they have others. So they have at least like 6 others for Zombicide Green Horde. Then they have, about the same number for Black Plague. So easily, double-digit additional scenarios if you have that content for Zombicide, and if you have all the expansions. I have not gotten to the point where I've played every scenario that comes with the boxes that I have. So plenty of options for me and for anybody else. I highly recommend this version of Zombicide. It is by far my favorite, and I highly recommend you using the app if you are playing solo. So again, if you have played one of these free print and play scenarios that you have really enjoyed, specifically, it could be for any Zombicide, but specifically for the Black Plague or Green Horde era, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section below, because I'm going to go check it out. This one was okay. So please let me know if you've played one that you really enjoyed. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.